Welcome to the campus of Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky. My name is Sandra Moon, and I'm the seminary's Director of Admissions. Please join me and a few members of our Louisville Seminary community on a tour of this special place where our students and their families come to learn, live, and grow. Before we begin our tour, first, a little bit about our seminary. Louisville Seminary offers an inclusive and diverse learning community, welcoming students from wide ecumenical backgrounds while maintaining its long historic commitment to the Presbyterian Church USA. Louisville Seminary is committed to building bridges across the world's religious, racial, and cultural divides. It is distinguished by its nationally recognized marriage and family therapy and field education programs, the scholarship and community service among its faculty, and a commitment to training women and men and all people to participate in the continuing ministry of Jesus Christ. As a graduate-level seminary, Louisville Seminary offers 4 degrees: the Master of Divinity degree, the Master of Arts in Religion, the Master of Arts in Marriage and Family Therapy, and the Doctor of Ministry. Our 2 biggest programs are the Master of Divinity and Master of Arts in Marriage and Family Therapy. Our MFT program is one of only 3 accredited MFT programs at seminaries or theological institutions. The program was accredited in June of 1993 and has a pastoral care emphasis. Additionally, we offer dual degree options with our master's programs and also in law, business, and social work in partnership with the University of Louisville. Our Doctor of Ministry students come to campus throughout the year for in-class seminars, then return home to work independently while serving their churches. Louisville Seminary is located in Louisville, Kentucky, a city where Midwest meets South. Louisville is a thriving yet affordable city with great arts and music scene, beautiful parks, eclectic neighborhoods, and a plethora of excellent restaurants. Louisville Seminary, as we now know it, got its start in 1893, but we claim a founding date of 1853 when Danville Theological Seminary was chartered in Danville, Kentucky. Danville and Louisville merged in 1901, and Louisville Seminary began by holding classes in the Sunday school rooms of Second Presbyterian Church in Louisville. Between 1905 and 1910, the original seminary campus was built on Broadway in downtown Louisville. In 1963, the seminary moved to its current location on Alta Vista Road. The land on which the seminary stands was the site of the home of the George W. Norton family. At Norton's death, the 38-acre property was left to the Southern Baptist Seminary and then eventually purchased by Louisville Seminary. The new campus was developed under the direction of Dr. Frank Caldwell, who was president from 1936 to 1964. Located on 67 acres of lush green space adjacent to 2 parks, Louisville Seminary's campus offers a welcome home for our students and their families to learn, live, and grow. Each year, about 50 new students arrive on campus to begin their studies. Many have families and come from all over the country and the world and represent several faith traditions beyond the Presbyterian Church USA.
I'm Adrian Baker, a Master of Divinity student here at Louisville Seminary. Now that you know a little bit about who we are, let's take a look around our campus. We'll start on the academic side, where our classroom and administrative offices are located, and where most of our community events and activities take place. The social center of our campus is the Wynn Center, formerly known as the Student Union Building. It was renamed in 1989 for former seminary president and PCUS moderator, Dr. Albert Carey Wynn, and his wife, Grace Walker Wynn. Dr. Wynn served as president from 1966 to 1973. It contains the cafeteria, main dining room, 2 small dining rooms, and a lounge area. The Wynn Center renovation was completed in 1999, due in large part to the largest alum capital campaign in the history of Louisville Seminary, transforming it into a beautiful and more comfortable meeting space. Nelson Hall was formerly known as the Classroom and Administration Building. Another former president, Dr. C. Ellis Nelson, and his wife, Nancy Gribble Nelson, were honored in the renaming of the building. Most of the seminary's administrative offices are located here, as well as some of the classrooms, the mailroom, and the print shop. Also located in Nelson Hall is the recently renovated Louisville Seminary Counseling Center. The LSCC is where our marriage and family therapy students receive most of their training under the direction of seminary faculty and clinical supervisors. Since 1997, the LSCC has provided family, couples, and children's therapy to clients throughout the Louisville metro area. The LSCC takes clients regardless of their ability to pay. Originally built as a dormitory for single students, Schlegel Hall was renovated in 2009 and serves as the main classroom building. The first floor has the most used classrooms, alongside the field education offices, the academic support center, and the Black Church Studies and Doctor of Ministry offices. The second and third floors contain faculty offices and study rooms. The basement is used as a student lounge, with the free table where students donate items that they are no longer using, much like Goodwill, and a food pantry that is available to any student. The seminary's Ernest Miller White Library serves as a key learning and resource hub for students, faculty, and the general public. Named after former longtime librarian and archivist Ernie White, the E.M. White Library houses a collection of 195,000 owned resources, represents a range of formats, a diversity of subjects, and multiple viewpoints, including historically oppressed and marginalized voices. Our library services include remote access for Louisville Seminary students and faculty, and license subscriptions to a wide array of digital resources, including more than 250,000 ebooks, 88 electronic databases, resources, and 2,711 electronic journals. Further, the library has access to books and resources through interlibrary loan from other seminaries and universities throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana. The main floor includes the main reading room, reference room, and computer lab. All students have access to the internet and their own LPTS email account. The Horn Archaeological Museum houses a fine small collection of Palestinian pottery and other artifacts donated to the seminary by Brainard Lemon in 1929. On the far north side of campus sits the beautiful Garden Court, a 20-room mansion built in 1906 and designed by Coolidge and Shattuck of Boston, one of the country's leading architectural firms at the time. Frederick Olmsted, who is best known for planning Louisville's park system and the celebrated Central Park in New York, planned the landscaping for Garden Court. The home's original owners, Mattie and Lucy Norton, willed the property to the University of Louisville upon their deaths. U of L used the property for its School of Music, then for its Urban Studies Center. Louisville Seminary acquired the home in 1987. The seminary, with the help of many generous donors, completed a $9 million renovation to restore the property to its current beauty. Today, Garden Court's first floor is available to the public for wedding receptions, dinners, conferences, and recitals. The second floor rooms are used for classroom space and faculty offices. The third floor rooms hold our graduate studies offices, faculty offices, and the Louisville Institute. The formal garden and the meditation garden add to the bucolic scenery of Garden Court and Louisville Seminary's campus. Rounding out the academic side of our campus is the Laws Lodge Conference Center. Laws Lodge includes guest rooms, conference rooms, lounge areas, and other amenities, and provides quality overnight lodging and hospitality services for campus visitors. Laws Lodge also serves as the living quarters for Doctor of Ministry students who are in town for their in-person seminars, as well as potential students attending the seminary's exploratory days.
My name is Heather Thumb Gerber, a Master of Divinity student at Louisville Seminary. Now that you've seen where our students learn, let's take a look at where they live. Across the valley from the academic quadrangle are 5 residence halls. On the far left is White Hall, which contains efficiency apartments and the Louisville Seminary Women's Center. Seminary Hall contains studio apartments and is our most recent residence hall. The other 3 buildings, Burham, Love Sherrill, and Hauser Halls, contain 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Community life is key for our seminary residents, their families, and their pets. In addition to living space, the residential side of campus includes the Campus Community Cooperative, the Tri-C. The Tri-C was established by students who needed more space for personal and social activities. Located between Love and Sherrill Halls, this room is available free of charge to anyone in the community who reserves it. It has a small but fully functional kitchen, television, tables for potlucks, good lighting, and tables for study. Community members have used the space for kids' sleepovers, potluck dinners, wedding and baby showers, fellowship times, and for simply hanging out. Other features of the residential side include a community garden, basketball court, bicycle lot, and playground. We've saved the most important part of our campus tour for last. The Frank H. and Fanny W. Caldwell Chapel was constructed under one major directive given by the 1962 Seminary Building Committee, that it must be the dominant symbol of the new campus to clearly show that this is a theological seminary dedicated to the worship and service of God. The chapel crowns the campus like a jewel. Built in the model of modern interpretation of Perpendicular Gothic, the sanctuary was constructed to resemble the inside of the hull of a ship, and when the wind blows, you can hear it creak just as a wooden hull would. The large Latin cross hanging in the chancel is meant to be the focal point. Cool colors around the outside of the background stained glass spread to warm colors near the center of the cross, representing the coldness of death to the warmth of resurrection and everlasting life. Traditional and contemporary symbols of faith are blended together within the chapel. In 1964, the Board of Trustees named the chapel in honor of the seminary's 4th president, Dr. and Mrs. Frank H. Caldwell, as evidence of the seminary's love and deep appreciation for all that the Caldwells had done for the institution. Chapel services are held each Wednesday and Thursday throughout the academic year. Special services such as our baccalaureate service, lessons and carol service, and the Black Church Studies consultation worship service also take place here. Caldwell Chapel also plays host to several of Louisville Seminary's lecture series, where leaders of faith come from all over the world to share their ideas on faith and justice in today's world.
We hope you've enjoyed your tour of Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary's campus. Be sure to go to our website, lpts.edu, to learn more about Louisville Seminary's programs and resources.